Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, another time, another chance to have real conversations, real faith, and real growth. Welcome to the Kambura podcast. Here, we not only reign, but we also grow. Yes, indeed. And like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Valentine Kaita, and today we're talking about a topic that is close to each and every one of us. And the topic is friendship in adulthood. For a moment, I'm thinking, am I even really in adulthood? Because I'm like, well, I think that I grew up too fast and now I'm forced to be able to step up into my position of friendship. And so today we're going to be able to dissect that, look into ourselves, within our friendships, and then have this conversation with none other than my friend Purity. Purity Njoguna Nyukabi. Yet again, another time to have her so that we can be able to draw from her well of wisdom. Thank you so much for accepting again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come here. Karibu sana.
Asante. Hapo kwa well of wisdom, tutakuwa tuna draw from each others because, yeah.
Who else to have this conversation with other than my friend? Tuliulizwa best friend, good friend.
Sema tu friend.
Anyway, so how have you been? From the last time we spoke, how are you?
I'm well. I am doing okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. So maybe you can remind us who you are.
Okay, so my name is Njoguna Purity Nyokabi. I am born again. I love God. I am a friend. I'm a daughter first, then a sister, then a friend, and I'm also currently a student. Yeah, that's me.
Yes, and we are happy to have you join us again.
Yeah.
Karibu sana. I'm also born again. So we're gonna dig deep into our first question, and so that we may be able to dissect this vizuri, we'll do the Q&A, just like next time.
Okay.
So, when did you first notice, the city is getting hotter, when did you first notice that making or keeping friends became harder as you grew older?
Interesting. When did I first notice? I think it was in the beginning in my first years in campus. Nikisema hivyo nakaa mzee, but like just some few years ago when I lost some friends. It was hard to maintain that those friendships. Yeah, I think that was the first time, and it was hard to let go of it, but it had to be let go of. I think that was the first time.
Okay. Interesting. So, since then, has friendship become easier for you or harder?
I think I have grown. I have grown me myself, because I wouldn't say the reason for that happening was the other person entirely. I was also part of the problem.
Okay, problem.
Yeah. It has become, I'd say kuna that knowledge that actually this is something that just won't happen automatically. It needs time, it needs effort as well.
Okay, so you got to learn in between.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, for me, the first time I noticed that making friends is harder is when there was need for me to be understood, maybe in a conversation, and then maybe they misunderstood me, and then I was like, are you guys even my friends? And not only did it happen once, but several times, and then I'm like, oh my God, you guys are not my friends. And then we fell off. So I'm like, from then I was like, it's gonna be harder for me to make friends, because at this point I'll have to put in the work and just be intentional. So eventually, learning that friendship is hard, that we have to put in the work, I was like, you know what? At this point, whoever is gonna come and approach me will be my friend. So for a moment, I actually stopped even making friends. That was like, me first year, second year, third year, lost so many of my friends because it felt like I am the one putting in the work. And previously, we were speaking about people pleasing. So mimi ndo nilikuwa na people please. So nikiacha, snona, they leave.
Hakuna conversation or hakuna friendship.
Hakuna kabisa. Because you are solely dependent on my doings.
Yeah.
Mimi ndio nafanya everything. Mimi ndio nawapeleka out. Ndio nawafanyia vitu. Hey, man, kwa pesa utas.
It would be nice to be your friend then. Because...
Ouch. Kwa sai.
No, I'm just saying.
Well, eventually, I was like, you know what? It's okay. Peace. Adios. Okay. So I just had to fall off from each other. And nikakubali venye kuko. So of late, it's been harder to make friends because I'm like, I need you. Yes, but are you willing to grow with me? If not, adios. If you're not willing to step in for me, and because I am willing, I am definitely willing. So if you are not, nah, I'm no longer interested.
Okay. Did you think at some point maybe do you think entirely it was on them? Ama also you played a part on it?
Well, of course I played a very big part. Because most times I would want to be understood. And maybe if I did a mistake, I would want to understand. So if you are not able to communicate with me and you're not willing to tell me, okay, Val, you did this wrong, I'm like, you know what? Sawa, tarudia tena, na eventually nitarudia tena na nitakosea tena. Because you didn't tell me first. So if this is a friendship that is not solely dependent on communication, that means you cannot be able to go fast. So it's okay, I understand, I hurt you, and it's okay. So let me just leave so that I will not hurt you anymore. Because I'm like, you know what? Communication. You're not communicating, so I'll hurt you, so let me just leave. So sometimes I leave just to protect the other person.
Okay.
Plus me also, of course. Anyway, I think I can go to the next question.
Okay.
You're the one reading it?
Yeah, so the question is, what do you think adulthood quietly takes away from friendship that childhood gave us for free?
We, sahi mabishti yangu wamepata kazi, wako shule, kina nini. Proximity kidogo tumepoteana. Some have kids, some are married. So most times I believe that availability can be one of the reasons why like adulthood has taken away. Okay? So for me, kama uko available ni ngumu sana nikutafute. And I know it's a bad character and I'm really trying. Yeah, na ukiwa hapa karibu, it's so easy for me to build up that.
Repent.
I forgive me, guys. It's so easy for me to have the conversations, to do the check-ins when you're close. But ukienda mbali, ni ngumu, because I have so much on my plate. I'm like, okay, where on earth will I place you in my schedule? So sometimes my schedule inakata, because nilikuwa nafanya kazi usiku. By the time naamka naenda kazi, nitakutoa wapi? So it will look like I've actually fallen off, but yet again, kazi and stuff. Another thing that adulthood has stolen from us.
Before that, maybe a question would be, does it also play the same for your friends when they don't check in, when they don't reach out? Do you also understand that maybe life is also happening on them?
Yeah, totally. For me, it's about the quality of friendship, not the quantity of time. So if you're going through life, it's okay. I totally understand. And within the right time, we're actually going to reach out to each other. Because me and my friends, we're like, yeah. That time tukipatana, I totally understand that you were busy, something happened. But eventually, I actually reach out. See, I'm totally a bad friend who doesn't reach out. Well, I try.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
You were saying something before I stopped you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay.
I think one thing that adulthood took away was, I think childhood friendships didn't have so much expectations on them.
Yeah, they didn't.
Like, hakukuwa na expectations mob. Sasa nini mngepeana? Mpike chapo leo, wao pia wapike, wapeleke chapo, or you buy a sweet and then you share with them. So I think I think it took away the flow of the ease of friendships. For adulthood, kuna so many expectations that are there.
Yeah, totally.
So it becomes a bit more harder. Call it harder, ama more you have to put a bit more of effort.
Yeah,
But I think that is one thing it took away is
Okay.
in my opinion.
Interesting. Like for instance, I'm getting to understand that some of the expectations in the gifting.
Yeah.
I gift you. It's an unspoken rule that I want you to gift me back. I mean, it's just, you're working. Or you'll just find a way to get the money. So some of these expectations might be hard to achieve them. And most times friendships fall off because someone did not gift me. Because I have a friend that we fell off just because I couldn't gift back. And I didn't reach out either way afterwards. But it's sour. So at this point, I'm like, I was their friend, they were not my friend. And I got to accept that, and it's okay.
But maybe they didn't have the means to gift you back.
Alikuwa na means.
Maybe that's not their love language.
You have stayed with me, you should be knowing my love language. And I've said constant, my love language is gifting. My love language is gifting. My love language is gifting. By the way, hii mwezi ni birthday yangu. Si unaniletea za even after telling you.
So does that make friendships more transactional?
I mean, of course, all relationships are
transactional. Okay.
I have to gain something from you. The reason why mostly you are my friend is because number one, we share intellectual knowledge. I have conviction enjoyment.
Transactional, yeah. Big terms.
Yeah, so of course it's gonna be transactional. I can't stay here just because you're giving me nothing. I know it's bad to look at it from that lens.
Yeah.
Yes, but at this point we are adults and I need to get something so that I can be able to.
Okay.
I want to say stay, but it sounds very selfish. Either way, I'm human. I'm accepting. Sometimes I can be very selfish.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is
answered. Yeah.
Okay. Number 3. How has transitions, work, marriage, faith, shifts, growth, changed the people you work with?
Okay. Because marriage cancelled.
Beshte wako haolewi.
Niko na mabeshte wameolewa by the way. Okay, yeah.
Kama ni sisi unangoja.
Ni nyinyi mnangoja na mharakishe tafadhali.
Hata siongei. No comment.
So how has it done what?
How has the shift changed?
How it has changed the way people you work with. Okay. Okay. So hapo tutoe work, tutoe marriage. So tuna work na nini? Faith.
Shifts, growth.
Interesting. I'd say growth. Maybe let me work on growth. Let me talk about growth. I think growth has changed the way, has shifted the people I work with. Which is, I don't know if it's a good thing, but it's inevitable, I guess. The friends I had in high school are not the same friends I have right now. It has shifted.
Okay.
Maybe because we are no longer in the same space. Like hatuko in high school together pamoja, sindio? So yeah, we are no longer friends. Growth in terms of I am really happy that the friends that have been mostly when I talk about campus, we have grown together. Like we have kumekuwa na hiyo consistent growth together. So hakujakuwa na that much fallout in my friendships in campus. But there was a friendship that almost fell out because of growth. I felt like I'm going and then wewe bado uko huku nyuma. So we can't even have some conversations because we don't relate. Yani, nikisema hivi, you can't back me up. Ni ile ya, sasa utadu. Ama sasa ama you
don't say.
The conversation isn't flowing. So I think it has shifted. In those aspects.
So has it shifted in the sense of personality or just the way you relate with them? You guys just fall out like ever too?
I'd say in the way I relate, I don't believe in cutting off people.
Oh, tumiangi nini kapanga blunt.
No. I don't believe in cutting off people because I believe in the very first moment that we became friends, there was something that we had in common that made us friends. So the fact that yes, I have grown, or even they have grown to a certain level, because also kuna friendship zenye me, I'm so sure watu wengine wa many outgrow, because that's normal. But I don't believe in cutting off people. I just keep you. But now the way we relate will be different because now we are not on the same wavelength.
Makes sense. Interesting. Well, okay. For me, the people I relate with sahi. Tukikompare na nilikuwa na relate nao kitambo. Watu wa kitambo tulikuwa same level hivi mentally, like sima ujinga. Like mentally we were in the same level. Sahi wenye na relate nao ni akina nyinyi. Talk about intellectuality. I'll go to rooms where we'll need to have like deep conversations, get to draw from your well of wisdom and stuff. So most of the people I actually relate with ni wale wase wenye tunaweza challengeana mentally, because I'm not that kind of person wenye tutaka tuongelele wase. For me, I just shut down for a moment and I'm like, in my mind I'm like, sasa hawa. I tell me in my mind nawaongelelea because I'm like, yo, you can just discuss anything else better. So watu wenye na relate nao sasa siwezi pia linganisha na wa high school. High school nilikuwa na marafiki. Yes, I did have friends. I can't remember how we used to relate with each other because I think juzi ndo nimeanza kufeel nika ndo naishi maisha. Just started feeling like, this is how the ground feels like. Because I think I've been in autopilot for a very long time. But for now, I'm able to choose the people I'm around with, and most of them are intellectuals. I don't deal with.
What? So I don't say your statement.
Not in a bad way. It just feels like a lot of work when I'm talking to someone and I'm unable to get your side of the story. Like we're talking about a topic and you don't have anything to say. It's fine. But this. Kuna ule mse mwenye they don't have anything to say but they're really interested. They're like, okay, interesting. Okay, that's fine. But mse mwenye tuko all of a sudden amezimika, you're like, okay, how am I supposed to deal with this? So for me that one is kind of draining. So I don't normally have conversations along intellectuality. But kuna wale say tunakwanga tuna normal conversations, but I'm not kind of just going in a normal conversation. Rarely will I have normal conversations. For a moment I'm like, am I that evil?
Okay.
So of course they have shifted and I'm just solely drawn to people who are intellectuals. I'm a sapiosexual, so of course it's gonna be arousing for me to have people who are smart.
Okay. So we need to maintain the pace to see tukinini utato cut off.
Sitawa cut off, but kuna venye tu tutafall out too. I just won't cut off, but once in a while I'll reach out. Not in a bad way, siko baya. It's gonna be strenuous for me, and this year I'm choosing me.
Okay.
And if I'm unable to pull you with me, I'm not gonna lift a finger. But I am very intentional.
Okay.
So if you're really willing to grow with me, then I don't mind. If you're before nimwage mtama.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
the next one. So at what point did you realize that outgrowing people can feel as painful as losing them?
To say. For me, outgrowing, I think I've outgrown so many people. It didn't feel painful for me because I was like, it's not your fault you have not done the work, or it's not your fault I have done the work. So it's okay. Once you realize that you need to do the work, you're going to step up, you're going to come back. You're going to come up to a situation, you're going to come to a level and stuff. So for me, it didn't feel as painful because I'm like, I have done the work. It was my time to do the work. So if it's okay that you're not doing the work, it's fine. At the right time, you will do so. So for me, it was not painful, but it was painful losing them. Yeah, it was very painful losing them. I mean, I can't bring you up to this place na nikijaribu na jistrain. It's fine. It's gonna be painful, but it's okay.
Okay.
I just came to an understanding.
Well, I don't. Okay. I don't think I have an answer for that question, really. What as painful as outgrowing them?
So, have you outgrown people?
I have, but it's the fact that we are still friends. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, I guess you, man.
Yeah.
You guys are still friends.
Yeah.
Do you see any wanna grow?
Yeah, at their own
Akina
pace.
sisi.
At their own, okay, I something like that's I'm having a dilemma in my mind is so do friendships change on the level of if we have outgrown each other, or does that what determine whether is that what this Kizungu imeenda left the room, is that what determines how our friendships flow, like the level of growth, the level of development?
What do you think?
Nimekuwa confused kiasi.
I think ni expectations zenu zina determine. Kani ile kuchukua, for instance, the first time I saw you, I was like, this girl is smart. If that actually goes away, my friend, I might also go away.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No offense.
No, yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
I respect you too much to tell you.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I think whatever brought me to you as fast, that is what is gonna keep me. And if it actually falls away unless I've found something else, sizika.
Okay.
That is for me.
Makes sense.
Just study you.
Just study. According to Valentine. Okay.
You still thinking about it?
Yeah.
Okay, tatuambia. How do you know the difference between a friendship that's evolving, that's evolving, and one that's so slowly expiring? The difference
between the one that is evolving and the one that is slowly expiring. A friendship that is evolving, I think mtakuwa na, let me give an example. There's a friendship that tumekuwa friends for a while, but what made us friends in the beginning, for example, was we were in the same spaces. So not really because we wanted to be friends, but because we just were in the same spaces. So it made, and I wouldn't call that friendship. I'd call it, because I believe there are tiers. There are tiers in friendship. There's the acquaintance, and then there's the colleague, and then there's the close friend, and then now there's the intimate friendship.
Okay. Utufunze.
Okay, but yeah, so acquaintance ni mtu tu mnaonananga, like hi Valentine, maybe in church, like ama hata unamjua tu jina, or yeah, you don't know much about them. A colleague mostly are friends where you are either going to church together or school together or nini, and an acquaintance can grow into a colleague because now you have known a bit more of each other, or you share certain things. And then the other one is a close friend. This one sasa umejuana, you know a bit more about each other. You can share a bit more about each other. And then mostly from what I remember when I was reading, I think Miles Monroe in his book, what book was it? Can't remember, but he explains it. And mostly the last tier of the friendship, intimate friends, mostly it's the one that leads either to intimate relationship, marriage, and the highest tier of friendship. Okay. So for this one, so we evolved. We were just acquaintances, and then now we realized we have common interests. So we evolved into another friendship now. Now we are colleagues but close friends, because now I realized we can relate in some things. I can relate in whatever you're doing, ama you can relate in with me, so that grew. Expiring, you just know that the difference, the one that is expired, hakuna kitu inaendelesha, like you can see there is nothing more that that can be done about this one. Either because maybe people can change values. Maybe their values change. Maybe this is what they believed in and now they have changed. So that is slowly expiring. Ama you no longer have the same grounds.
Yeah,
In my opinion, that's the difference. Evolving, you'll have something else that's okay. So now we used to talk about school and nini, but now we're talking about relationships. It has evolved. Yeah.
Interesting. To actually try to place my friendships in that framework, I'm like, I have never been keen in the involvement.
The tears, they're called tears.
The tears of my friendships as they evolve to each and every one of them. I'm looking at my friendships and I'm like, and yeah, by that will evolve. So is there a difference really? For me, friendships that really evolve feel like the person is really intentional in keeping the friendship. So for me, maybe tulianza hiyo acquaintances tukaenda colleagues, then eventually we became close friends. Hata tukiwa people close friends, it's not from a position of tunabaki tu vile vile, but there's always something new. There's always something more interesting. There's always something fun we're doing. There's always something we're teaching each other. So for me, I have friends that have really evolved. And one of them, nakutumia kama example, you ndio hapa.
Simambia nilikuaje.
You don't have to worry. The first time I saw you, you're just someone I know. Unapita tu. I was like, okay, interesting. The second time I saw you, we were in something called the Heart of Love. We spoke.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wisdom.
Let's go. Clock it. And I was like, okay, interesting. Okay. So I moved to actually talk to you. I was like, mimi na yellow pakangu mafuta. Nakupaka mafuta. You smiled. I was like, okay, interesting. Okay. Then I left. Then later on, we became friends. Then later on, we became good friends. Then later on, we became close friends.
Yeah.
You know so much of my things.
Yeah.
You either remain my friend or you die. So I tend to believe that our friendship has actually been evolving. I don't know if you can say the same thing.
Yeah,
about
I
me.
can. I can definitely say the same thing.
Before you quit me, no best.
Yeah, I can say the same.
Interesting. Okay. On this other end, I have a friendship that expired, and this was after maybe sharing boundaries and getting to realize that we actually don't stand in the same ground and our values really fade off. And nakutumia kama reference point. So I'm like, okay, interesting. So difference kunayo, and one of them will be grounding. If we have the same grounding, then we're gonna be continuing, like to try growing in the same direction or different direction. Like eventually we'll be in the same place. Ataka tuna grow differently, you know.
Okay.
Another difference. Nimepotea, like niko nimeshika hivi. Sawa tu. I think you can go to the next question since that one has actually disappeared. What role does vulnerability play in adult friendship? And why does it feel riskier now than before? Is it that you've gone through so much that is painful and you don't want it to go out there, or what?
What's the role of vulnerability? What's the role of that word?
Sawa nyokafi.
Nyokafi, the Kikuyu means like, I will not release you. You must show the world who you are.
Vulnerability.
What role does it play? Okay, in my opinion, I think that one is mostly for it. What does it do? It just creates a space for interaction, because if I am vulnerable to you, you most probably will be vulnerable to me, and then now.
So it's transactional.
I think so. In my opinion.
Okay.
In my understanding, maybe I am not very well versed in that. Maybe I am. Yeah, I'm not well. But I think vulnerability inakuanga just to ensure because if I am vulnerable to you every single time and you are not, I'll be like, I don't think this is friendship. So I think that's the role it plays to like create a ground for friendship.
Okay.
In my opinion, which I don't know if it's a good thing. Well, because now
Because now
if it's vulnerability that will make us friends.
tukapa hivi trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Well, so why do you think it feels riskier now than before?
Why it feels riskier? Maybe because of experiences of life are a bit more.
Nasikia ukimwambia nenda kumwaga mtama kwa kukua.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, I will actually echo what you just said. Vulnerability just gives the ground. But we cannot base all our friendships hapo kwa vulnerability because there's so much more other than vulnerability. But I know so many friendships that have actually started in vulnerability and have ended badly, and some that have really gone well. Those that ended badly was because someone was like, "Hi, I have a podcast. You've given me a story. Oh my Lord, you shall know."
Me come experience. So there's this friend of mine.
So it feels riskier now because you're like, they're gonna tell on me. Doesn't feel safe anymore. So vulnerability for me plays the role of safe space. Like you provided that safe space for me, so you have allowed me to pour out into you, and eventually they form emotional connections, and these emotional connections form soul ties. So it feels riskier now because now we have an understanding. For instance, I got an understanding that soul ties don't have to be made from just sex alone. They can also be made by us just sharing. For instance, I might share to you and you get so much of my information and we become so tired. So eventually when we are breaking off, it's going to be so painful because our souls are already tired. It doesn't have to be in that sense. So soul ties, in this sense, sasa juu tumekuja hapa hivi tumekuwa emotionally connected. When someone tries to leave, it becomes hard for them to leave. So they end up coming back. So it feels riskier now. Kwanza mimi sahi, I got this understanding. It feels riskier because I now know what vulnerability can do to me.
Okay.
And the level of, for instance, I have a boy best friend. If I pour out to them, I know I'm going to have attachments. And I'm going to be like, you know what? I told you my stuff. You stay with me. You know, because they're actually going to be giving me a listening ear. And eventually I'm going to be attached. And then when I get attached, and then I put a girlfriend, I see Mimi. And I'm going to be like, why? Please don't leave me. So it's really great that I actually got that understanding. So it's riskier now because I don't know. I don't know what it does.
But should all friendships start on that nini of vulnerability though?
No.
Okay, so there can be friendships that are just maybe for what, like we like the same thing, so we're friends.
Tumegongana hapo nje, we are friends.
Okay.
Kama ile ya wazungu, ile maisha vitabu hivi mnagongana vichwa.
Mtagongana mumia, you'll be sent to hospital.
Well, vulnerability is not the least of things that can actually start a friendship because there's so much more to friendship other than just vulnerability.
Than being vulnerable to each other.
Kwani kila time nakuja tu kuelezea mashida zangu.
Kumeenda. I think that also destroys friendships.
Yeah, it does. I mean, kwani wetu ndo mimi tunapitianga shida, hujaniambia shida zako.
Yeah.
Well, it's sad. Plus, there was somewhere I was listening that venting is a bad thing. The venting is you glorifying that problem that you already had.
Okay.
So eventually you channel negative energies towards that which you went through. So relationship yenu itakuwa too constantly fueled by venting. Because nilishafanyikiwa hadi fulani na fulani. So nisipokuja na venting, nisipokuletea tea.
Yeah.
You're like, Vance squeeze in English, but we spiti shida niliacha kuvent. So it becomes kind of hard, and maybe you might lose a friendship. That's my thought.
Okay. So we can go to the next one. I'm the one reading.
Yeah, totally.
So I'm the one, am I you?
I am the one. You're reading the next
one.
Oh, yeah. How has your understanding of loyalty changed as you've learned to honor boundaries and self-respect?
has my understanding of loyalty changed?
Kwanza acha niulize vizuri. Are you loyal? How loyal are you? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Maybe you tell me, I don't know. I could pigia debe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know really. I can't say for myself. But I try to be.
Really? Since tunataka turetiane haya basi turetiane.
Staki. No, let's not go there.
Okay, sawa. So how's your understanding of loyalty changed across time since you learned boundaries and self-respect?
Since I learned boundaries and self-respect.
Ama umelearn juzi kama mimi.
Okay. Mimi nimejaribu. Sijasema hujajaribu pia.
Karibu to outgrow.
How has my understanding changed of loyalty? How has it changed really? Do you have an answer?
I'm thinking. Mi nimelearn juzi. Si umeniingilia tu sahi. Nimelearn juzi. My loyalty definition. I think for me, loyalty is showed up in different ways. And for me, loyalty inaweza kuja you showing up for me when I need you. I tell you of something and you actually giving me an answer, or I tell you msema nikosea, you standing on my side, ataka ni niko wrong.
Wow. Is that healthy?
I know it's not. I'm just telling you my
Okay. No judgment.
My understanding of loyalty is, I know sometimes that can be wrong, but I mean, you should be showing you standing with me. Eventually, you're gonna tell me, but yeah, it was wrong, but I still stood with you. But anyway, nasema hivyo na miss mamangi. Anyway, so I've learned to set my boundaries, and for me, it has really changed how I have thought. So nikisema ni stories za loyalty, boundaries zangu zime play a really big role, because I know that, of course, I'm gonna show up for you at the right time, but if it's gonna be under my own inconvenience, I will not show up for you, and I will tell you, by the way, Purity, on this day you want me to show up? I'm really sorry. I would love to. What can I do to make it up for you? Because I can't do it. It's gonna be so much inconvenience for me. And if you're willing to redo this, okay, well and good. If you're not, I'm okay. I'm just really sorry. And I hope you find it in your heart to understand. Sometimes it's hard for the other person, but for me, being able to communicate my boundaries has been able to ensure that my loyalty stand. Haitakuwa interfered with the other person's. Tasemaje, sitaki kusema inconvenience. Haita interferiwa na anything, you know. But I'll still be loyal to you. I just make sure that it does not hurt me. You know, there's this saying that says that ukiwa kwa hello plane.
La 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 la.
Hello plane. Watu wangu wa Nyeri. Ukiwa kwa aeroplane, you need to put on your gas mask first before you start helping another person. So for me, loyalty looks like that.
Okay.
I need to be able to put myself first so that I can be able to show up for you. If I can't put myself first, then it's kind of hard for me. So it has changed. Unaona hiyo time ingine nilikuwa kushow. You will stand for me even when I'm in the wrong. But for now, I'm like, if it's inconveniencing you, it's okay. Please don't stand with me.
I think in that sense, I kind of understand why. Okay, I would share the same sentiments with you in that question.
Okay. Already sawa. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Okay. For people of faith,
it's my question. For people of faith, how do we reconcile community with seasons of loneliness? Hi. How do we reconcile community with seasons of loneliness? That's the question. Yeah.
Okay. We people of faith, we are constantly told that do not abandon or neglect the gathering of believers, and that for us looks like a community, but so many times it does not. So how does it look like? Hey, mi nitakayo swali tena. Yeah, I just want a question again so that I
How
can
do
be
we
able to
reconcile
answer it.
community with seasons of loneliness?
Oh, can I be? Okay. Wow. Hey. Hey, okay. Sawa. Wanatuambiaga hivyo, but for me, wanatuambiaga, do not neglect the gathering of believers. Show up. For me, for the longest, having the church as a community has not been my strongest suit. Not because the church is a bad place, no, but because, first of all, it constantly starts with friends. And knowing that I rarely talk about my problems looks like this. I will not talk about it, so I'll be in my season of loneliness, so I will neglect community. I will not show up in church. I will not show up in places that I'm needed just because I am alone. At this point in time, I am suffering. And I'm not going to introduce anyone to this point in time of my life because I believe that I'm going to be a button. So most times I would just shut down and lock myself in the room, have my lights dark, and wait for that day that I'll actually see light in the absence of community. But I came to understand that suffering in silence is not really important. I don't get to acquire the, what do you say? I don't get to acquire the solution quicker when I'm all alone. But that day when I actually get out, I actually speak to people and I'm like, why are you speaking to my heart? Can't you know my problems? Because of community. So I came to understand that every possible solution is out there. Every possible solution is in the community. So me as a child in faith, I got to understand that when I come to the community, when I come within my friends, wherever two or three are gathered, indeed God is in the midst. And when God is in the midst, He's able to speak to my soul.
Yeah.
But if I'm alone, I will die alone. Yeah, so last year I almost died alone. But I got to see God send people just because I got involved in a community. Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah. How do we reconcile community with in times of seasons of loneliness? Yes, why? I think one thing that is important in the as people of faith, am I in the community of brethren, is getting into a fellowship.
Yeah.
And most of the times, if you neglect fellowship, it's like when I say manga, the analogy that is given is like when a sheep, like if you're grazing alone, it's easier for you to come on condor. It's easier for the condor to be than when it's than when it's with the whole flock.
Yeah.
So it's very important. I know kuna notion that I want to be alone, I want to but I feel like it's very important as people of faith, whenever we feel like we are in that season, as much as you wouldn't want to be out there with everyone, it's important that we have friendships or community that can hold us up in seasons where we are alone. We feel what is even causing the loneliness? Okay, we should have that community. It's important. It's very important because no matter tunaambiwa bear each other's burden, it becomes easier. It becomes lighter, and our problem shared is
a problem half solved.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but well and good. So even as we are finishing, we can be able to ask this question: what's one friendship you've had to release, not because it was toxic, but because it no longer aligned? What's one friendship you had to release, not because it was toxic, but just because it no longer aligned with you?
Wow. One friendship.
A very reflective question.
Very. I think, okay, there's one that hurt me so much. Oh my goodness.
Tissues?
No, I healed. Okay. But it really hurt me. The reason for the friendship to end was because I felt that we weren't on the same page.
Or you're on the same page, different books.
Maybe, yeah. And there was no, yeah, we weren't on the same page. We were no longer aligning to what I thought we were aligning to in the beginning. So yeah, and that took me time to actually come to terms with. Yeah, inayo imeenda. It's easier when the friendship is toxic because you're like, I think it was toxic. But
Just had to leave.
yeah, but this one,
Closure.
but this one, it's just not aligned. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I think even as we're finishing, we can be able to, each and every one of us, to reflect on each and every of these questions. Hata tukitoka hapa itabidi tumeenda kujiuliza maswali.
Yeah.
Because I believe that there's so much to learn from friendships and stuff. So even as we finish, parting shot. Zile zako mzito mzito. We should be able to understand. So should we ask this last question?
Yeah.
Mr. Director, tuulize hii swali. Ni sawa sawa. So maybe you can just be able to point out something that I learned the other day, is that friendships are really important in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
And each and every one of us should be able to put in the work. And the level of intentionality is going to be able to allow your friendship to evolve from one level to another.
Yeah.
And every single time we refuse to evolve as a friend, or like as a friend group, or as a friendship, most times it becomes draining to one or both of you guys. So later on, I mean, the life is too long to have boring and frustrating and draining relationships and friendships.
Yeah.
So it's just better that each and every time we need to choose ourselves. Even in those friendships, we shouldn't be able to lose ourselves. Yeah, so yeah, of course, I have lost friends, not because of toxicity, but because we no longer aligned. Because I'm an intellectual. I want intellectual friends.
Okay.
that is one of my main reasons why tumepoteana na wasi. Judge.
Good judge.
Anyway, ni sawa sawa. So we're coming up to the end of the matter, and please give us a parting shot.
Parting shot. A parting shot would be, I think friendships are very biblical. No man is an island, and we can see from the friendship of Jonathan and David in the Bible, that was a friendship that really stood. And if you study, you can go study that friendship, and you'll see kuna so many things that you can learn from there. There was so much love in that friendship that so many things. See, the Bible says love conquers all sin.
Yeah.
So they are very biblical. But then also one thing that I have come to reflect and understand is that if you want a good friend, also be the good friend.
Yeah.
You cannot, we cannot say entirely that they were the problem. They were the problem. Sometimes we are the problem as well. I think it's important to also work on ourselves and not always point fingers. If a friendship is struggling, look, why is it struggling? What's the reason for the struggle? And then finally, I would say sometimes they are not two-way. Sometimes it's one way, and sometimes it's okay. One thing I have learned is, even if my friends don't reach out and I'm the one reaching out every single time, I will still reach out. I will still reach out because I understand the importance of friendships, and I want to keep that friendship. Maybe when it becomes so hard and I cannot feel the need, but I will reach out to my friends. So have friendship. The Bible says a sweet friendship refreshes the soul. So if you want to be refreshed, cultivate on friendships.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Splendid. I really love that, and I'm glad that I'm a beneficiary of your good friendship. I will reciprocate.
Yeah, please do. I'll appreciate.
But I try.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, so thank you so much, guys, for joining in for the Kambura podcast. I have been your host. Please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I have been your host, Valentine. And we have been having our guest, who is
Purity Njuguna.
Karibu sana tena.
Asante.
We honor you, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So one last shout out to our Sonic Frame Media, my production team. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You're really doing an amazing job. So guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And please comment. Yeah, and let us keep the conversations coming. If by any chance you have a topic that you would want us to discuss, please feel free to comment and we will be able to research on it, get the right guest, and then we'll be able to do it for you. Otherwise, we'll be having our postings on the 7th, 14th, 21st, and the 28th of every month. So feel free to go reach out to our channel every single time you hear there's a 7th, there's a 14th, there's a 21st, and there's a 28th. We are gonna keep up with my team. Of course, we have been doing a great job. So Kenya post, you just go like, share, and subscribe, and comment. Otherwise, that has been our time, and this is the Kambura Podcast. Peace.